Dear viewers of the Tom Photo channel, I have a bunch of Fujifilm cameras, but guess which one gets the most use? Which one tags along with me on a regular basis and takes the most clicks? Okay, I think you guessed it, but probably only because you saw it in the title of my video. Indeed, it's the tiny rangefinder style Fujifilm X-A1. I picked it up because I stumbled upon it and it cost almost nothing. I thought it could become my beater camera to save the others. However, I was up for a surprise, and the X-A1 quickly assumed the honorary position as my main lightweight travel camera. Just look at how small and unnoticeable it is. Think about how convenient it is for street photography, or how it would get admitted to places where cameras are not allowed, or at least not welcome. It will pass because people will think it cannot do much more than a smartphone. And smartphones you just cannot forbid. They are basically attached to people's veins these days. This camera can go against the other Fujis, and you won't know which is which. Seriously, it is not just okay. It's probably all you ever want from a photo quality. True, it only has 4 of these famous Fujifilm film simulations, plus the monochromes, but you get very capable RAW files. The camera is not better than other Fujis. It offers somewhat fewer options than some others, but image quality is where you don't have to make sacrifices, and that's what matters. On the downside, and most importantly, it has no electronic viewfinder and no electronic shutter. At the same time, people coming from the world of smartphones will not know to miss any viewfinders. The X-A1 has a tilting screen, which is a big thing for such an old camera. My main problem with the camera is that it has no focus mode button next to the lens mount. I'm so used to this with my other Fujis, my finger is constantly searching for it. Instead, I have to dig deep into the menu to switch from single focus to continuous focus or to manual focus. Also, the focus peaking is not as visible and clear as my X-T30 has, for example. This is important when using retro lenses that cannot autofocus. The X-A1 is lacking interval shooting, so you cannot leave it in your backyard to automatically record the time-lapse for you. You'd need to get an intervalometer or some other solution. Do not plan to use this camera for video. The continuous focus is not smooth enough, the metering is jumpy, and the video has less detail than I'd like to see. I have only good things to say about the photo quality, but quite bluntly, I do not enjoy X-A1 video very much. I've had to film with it because sometimes it is my only option. However, these days, I carry a GoPro camera with me when I travel with the X-A1. My GoPro review is down in the links, and it's a wonderful video camera, by the way. But back to today's topic. Do you need a newer X-A camera, or is the version 1 sufficient, you might ask? That depends. The newer versions are not likely to get you better photos, but they might have touchscreens, more focus points, a wider exposure compensation range, or more megapixels. If you are into megapixels, I wouldn't, because more of them on the sensor of the same size typically means more noise as well. The 16 megapixels is enough for normal photos, computer screens, and the internet. If you want extra large prints for professional work, then even doubling this number will not get you too far. Then you need film or medium format cameras. And don't forget that it is typically your skill level and your lens that determine the photo quality much more than the camera. So let me get this out of the way and say very clearly that you are likely to be happy with this camera even when you buy it today, which is the year 2024, provided you don't use it for video. The X-A1 is novice friendly. The main function dial has several pre-programmed modes in addition to the typical M, A, S, P, and auto. The SR Plus selects an advanced mode automatically. The ADV allows several advanced filters. The SP is an enhanced portrait mode. The running man is a sports mode. The mountains indicate a landscape mode. The person's face is a soft tone portrait mode. The C mode is a custom mode allowing you to save your favorite custom settings. This is all very nice. The exposure compensation button has no markings though. so you need to look at the screen to see what your EV value is. I don't particularly like this, but it's not a deal breaker. The camera offers film simulation bracketing. I don't very much understand why it has this, because when you shoot RAW, the on-camera software can convert it into any simulation later. Then it also has face detection. But as with many other early Fujis, it is able to detect faces well, but it also sees faces where there are none. So just turn it off once you're done photographing people, or your focus will start jumping all over the frame. The AE/AF lock button can do focus lock, exposure lock, or both. For me, the focus lock makes the most sense. I have my flash compensation turned all the way to +2 to make sure I have the most powerful flash available when I suddenly need it. The camera's silent mode is not what you think. It does not have electronic shutter, so it can never be quiet. All that this mode does is turn off the sound effects. A very nice thing for such a small camera is sensor cleaning by vibration. But needless to say, the X-A1 has no in-body image stabilization. But guess what? The camera has Wi-Fi. You may like this. However, I have never even figured out how it works. All I've been doing with this camera is putting the SD card in and SD card out. The lenses that I most commonly use with this camera are the Fuji X-C lenses of 16-50 and 15-45. Both do a wonderful job. You might also see me use this camera with my Helios 44-2 lens. I appreciate your time watching my video. If you have any questions about this camera, don't hesitate to contact me in the comments. And if you feel like subscribing to my channel and leaving a like, then this is very much appreciated. Get yourself an X-A1 before they become extinct and enjoy your photography with it. Goodbye.